I just came back from a walk and we're having a pretty slow day today because I've been feeling pretty sick the past few days. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people are sick right now and it's really like the flu season. So today I'm still not feeling the absolute best, but we're working from home and I've decided to just not plan a lot of things today so we can still do a bit of work but also take it a bit more slow. I always feel like January is kind of a rushed month because a lot of people will be like, oh, you need to work on your New Year's resolutions, you need to do like so many things. But on the other side, January is also kind of like a slower month for me because I also feel like there's not a lot happening in January and people are just like tired from the holidays and also sick. So yeah, the past few days I've just not been feeling my best. I've been on the couch, I've been sleeping, and this morning I wanted to make one of those green juices that I always see on TikTok. Let's be honest, it was absolutely disgusting. I will not be making that again. There's something else that I saw on TikTok the other day, which is a banana brown sugar latte in which she made like a banana brown sugar syrup for your coffees. And first of all, that sounds very intriguing to me. And second of all, I have a very ripe banana that I need to do something with. So I felt like today would be a good day to try and make that syrup. So yeah, I'm very excited to make my coffee today.
Not going according to plan. Some things I just won't understand. Never controlling the ways I've been molding. Folding up time in your hand. I wouldn't be surprised if the daylight breaks and you can't stay. You got places to be. It would still be enough for me.
Outside and it's actually sunny, which I should definitely take advantage of, so I'm gonna go for my run right now. I wanted to do this later in the day, but since it's sunny now, we should just get it over with. Since my body is still a bit like aching from the flu I had, I think I'm just gonna do like a very quick small run. Honestly, sometimes I feel like those like cold runs in the sun might be one of my favorites. I know a lot of people really don't like winter running, but honestly I think my favorite type of runs are the ones where the sun's out but it's not too warm. Currently 8:30 and I just got to bed. We had a very comforting dinner and we went for a little evening stroll, and honestly we just watched Netflix. We had a pretty early dinner and then went for the walk, so we had like a lot of time to watch a bit of Netflix because like I said, January is kind of like the slow month. I do feel quite a lot of pressure working on like New Year's resolutions and working on habits and like starting the year off really good and everything like that. But then again, I also always find January such a chaotic month. Even though nothing is really happening, it's always like a pretty weird month, because when I wanted to do like a 2024 kind of recap thing on Instagram. That was like a trend and I was like, oh, that's really cute, and I wanted to do it, but I literally had like 0 photos from like the whole month of January last year, and like now we're like almost halfway through the month and I basically haven't taken a single photo. So yeah, I always feel a bit weird about January, so that's why this year I just want to take it slow, do things that make me feel good, and just still work on all of those goals, but don't put too much pressure on it because it's now the new year and you like have to do something about it. I also just want to take it all in and then slowly start working hard on those things, because I do obviously want to achieve all of my goals that I set for this year, but a year has 12 months. There's no reason to having to hit any of the goals in the first month. Like, we have time, so I need to remind myself of that and just try and take it slow, and that is what I did today. Because recently I've been noticing that when I kind of get stressed, I will most of the time like go on TikTok and just doom scroll. When I get stressed, I will just doom scroll and watch like videos that I'm not even remembering any of the videos that I watch, but I just scroll on my phone, and that's making me even more stressed. And I'm not like, when I'm stressed, I should try and do like a simple small thing that is gonna make me less stressed, but instead I do something that is actually not helping me at all, and it's just making me more stressed out. And recently I've just noticed that I do that, and I kind of knew that I did that, but recently I've just also noticed while I was doing it. So today I got stressed and I grabbed my book. I literally only read 2 pages because then I saw that it was sunny and I wanted to go for my run, but I did try and do something about it, because I honestly, doom scrolling is one thing that I really struggle with, because I'm on my phone like a lot, because a lot of the time I can also be like, oh, I'm gonna watch some TikToks for inspiration, and YouTube vlogs is something different because I really love watching YouTube vlogs, but with TikTok I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna watch them for inspiration to see what TikToks I want to make and blah 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 blah. Like, that is literally ridiculous, because first of all, you do not need to watch like 1,000 TikToks to know what you want to make, because I have a vision of what I want to make and I don't need to watch a lot of, like, obviously watching TikToks for inspiration is good, but it's not always necessary, because I'm not gonna copy someone else, so why would I have to watch so much for inspiration? And then also, what do you call inspiration? Because me scrolling for like an hour and not remembering a single TikTok that I see, we're gonna do something about the doom scrolling. So right now I'm gonna try and read a little bit, because I really want to make reading before bed a habit. It definitely is not a habit, because so far I basically never actually properly read before bed, and also if I do, sometimes after that I will still go on my phone, which honestly, a phone before and like after waking up or going to sleep is such a bad habit, but I just simply cannot seem to get rid of it. I'm also not trying as hard anymore, because we used to actually keep our phones in a separate room, because we do have one of those sunrise alarms, so we technically don't need our phones to wake up. But I still like to check my messages when I wake up, and checking my messages is honestly not really what concerns me, because I like doing that and it actually kind of calms me down for some reason. But checking social media right after you wake up is just something that you should not be doing. So don't do what I do, because I still do that every single morning. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. I'm still reading The 7-Year Slip, and we're currently on page 136. So far, I'm starting to get a little bit more into this story, and I honestly really like it, because I feel like this is kind of one of those love stories that is like an actual love story, but it also has a little bit of magic sprinkles on it, which I didn't know if I was gonna like this. But I also got the first book of the Akatar series for Christmas, which is also fantasy, I think, and I've never read fantasy before, and I always feel like I'm not gonna like fantasy, because usually with like movies and TV shows and everything, I don't really like that. But since so many people recommend Akatar, I still really wanted to try it, so I asked for the first book for Christmas. But I feel like this might be a good start, because this is not like, I feel like this might be a good start, even though this is not fantasy, but I feel like it's kind of in between. You might think that is so wrong for me to say if you're into like fantasy or something, but I feel like it's a good place to start, and I'm really getting into the story. So at this point I'm starting to really like it, and I feel like maybe now that I'm getting more into it, I can also read more instead of constantly reading only like 2 pages. So yeah, I'm gonna end this day very peacefully by reading. Job's also gonna come up soon and he's gonna bring me a cup of tea hopefully. So yeah, let's go read for a little bit.